Everybody in the audience, thank you for being here. To YB Magazine, to Nabe Harlem, to all the sponsors, to Make It Fun NYC, and Jenny's Remedies, who is in the building. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm your co-host, Jules Nobles, and I have lovely Tashima Jones here with me. It's always a pleasure to have Qlick Pics in the building as well. We are excited because number one, I have a thespian in the building, and that always makes me happy because it's a fellowship that we do when we're together and we share ideas and this energy that thespians kind of do. So without further ado, I have Tomike, all the way from North Carolina, in the building, and got some Nigerian blood. Let's get a round of applause for Tomike Ogugua. Yes, you've seen him on a couple of things, and we'll get into that. But first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
First and foremost, I love what I do as an artist, not only as an actor, but write poetry. As a youngster, I used to draw a little bit, and as I've been saying, this is just the matriculation of my artist journey. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask about writing, and if you were a writer too.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I love what I do, and and I'm always trying to learn, and always just trying to grow and become better, and not become complacent.
Where do you pull that creativity from when you're writing and when you're drawing? And of course when you're acting, because that's what I think more people probably have gotten to see you in.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you pull creativity from?
Just life. During my training, you have what you call given circumstances, and that's all I do. Just take my given circumstances and make the best of them. Because life is going to throw you stuff, and it's all about how you respond.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree.
I want to rewind it back to your upbringing. How was your upbringing, and how did that influence where you are today?
My upbringing. I was born and raised in Durham, North Carolina, man. Shout out to the Bull City.
Yay.
You know what I mean? City of medicine, whatever you want to call it. But I was born and raised in Durham, and just being in the South, and being raised in a Nigerian household. Shout out to Naisha. You know what I mean? The principle of hard work was always instilled in me. Like I couldn't come home with a C on my report card at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I do know what you mean.
It was that sort of
My mom
thing.
was not having it.
Yeah, my mom was not playing, and just being in a household with siblings, and we're all bright and creative. It gives you a competitive drive. And I'm the oldest of three, and I was the only male in the house.
Oh.
So,
what was that like going into the arts?
Going into the arts.
Yes.
Well, from an early age, I was always an artist. I was speaking to Jules earlier about just how I first started drawing, and I took a lot of art classes. And as I've said in previous interviews, I won a couple of t-shirt design contests in middle school and high school, so I was always known as a visual artist. And then I started writing rhymes, I started rapping, and then that was in high school. And then when I got to college at North Carolina A&T, I started doing theater, and I haven't looked back. I wake up and I absolutely love having the opportunity to get to do what I love. Even though it's not an easy road, but nothing worth having is easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So did I hear you say lyricist, hip-hop artist?
Yeah, a little tag, and it's funny because, a lot of people don't expect to hear that from me because...
I didn't expect to hear that.
Yeah, just because of how people know me or how people have come to know me. Mm-hmm. But, I'm looking to get back in the studio soon and really get back to spitting. Because that's the root of it all. I started doing music. I freestyle all the time. I was in a humongous Qlick when I was a teenager, and even when I was in Chicago, I was recording music while I was doing theater. I actually have an actor friend who actually has an MFA from Yale, and she raps. You know what I'm saying? She just dropped a single called Reach. You know, her name is Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
She really inspires me a lot because she's going full throttle with her music career and her acting career, you know what I mean? So it's something that is really deep within me and something I really need to get back to as an artist, not just an actor. So, yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, we have here with us today on Your Voice Magazine Live, Tomike Ogugua. He is one of the stars that was on season 2 of Starz hit series Power. You all know that I love Power. And that was my first time seeing Tomike. I was a little intrigued, a lot intrigued. I was very excited to have him here today, to get to meet someone that you've seen on TV and you admire their work. It's very rewarding, and especially when you have a respect for their creativity. So again, we're so happy to have you here today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, get to know a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
And speaking of being on Power and coming back in season 4,
yes.
What was that journey like? How did you connect those dots to actually that moment?
Well, the moment really began when I first moved to New York City from Chicago. It's like you get here and your first immediate move is to try to get representation. I didn't go to one of the, quote-unquote premier programs where, like, at the end of your matriculation in a certain program, you get all the top agents and cast directors there, and it's easy, and you just get handed a career. Like, I really had to go through the fight, so to speak. So there are companies here in New York, such as like Actors Connection and Paul Michaels from the Network and One-on-One and TVI Actor Studio. So I would take classes at these places and seek representation. So it all started there. Funny story. I was working at Paul Michaels the Network. And basically I was a monitor, camera operator, reader. I did that for like 4 years, from like 2008 to 2012. And during that time, I came across a lot of casting directors because I'll be the reader for their classes. And I was just learning the ins and outs of the industry. And then my former agent, who actually took me on in my current agency, his name is Qlick. I was his monitor at first. Like, I would be like the liaison between like the industry guests and the actors coming in, and it was my job basically to make both parties comfortable and at ease with each other, because it's basically it's an audition. You go to some of these seminars, they're educational, but you're always auditioning. So even myself, I was always auditioning, even when I'm showing my skills in customer service. So basically, I began a rapport with Jerry. Shout out to Jerry Collateral, by the way. Got a rapport with him, and then a few weeks later, he came back to Paul Michaels, the network, still seeking new faces, new actors and whatnot. And then I went in as an actor, and I auditioned, and I guess I impressed him. He called me back, and he called back in his office. Next thing you know, he offered to start working with me, and I remember this distinctly. I was working at a restaurant here in Harlem, and I had just quit.
You quit your job.
But here's the full circle moment. The moment I quit, I had started working with my current agency, and my very first audition was for 30 Rock. But it was during the time I would have been working at that restaurant job. So it was the right move at the right time. But it all begins with getting representation. Now fast forward, a couple of years. Well, first I had auditioned for season 1, so let's get that out of the way first.
You did audition for season 1? I
auditioned for season 1 for another character I did not book. Okay. But I continue, booking the other reenactments. I did like what feels like 1 million reenactments on like ID Channel and Lifetime Movie Network. So I did a bunch of those. Then, the opportunity for season 2 came around. Through my agent, I get a call maybe a week later as I'm on the subway in the Bronx, all the way to my after-school teaching job, which is like the side hustle, right? And he told me I booked it, and I literally almost collapsed. I was stepping off the train. I was stepping off of the 2 train all the way at the 200 and some odd stop. I don't even remember.
Far.
It was far in the North Bronx. In the North Bronx. And told me I booked it, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I'm on set with Joseph Sikora, who plays Tommy. And we chopped it up pretty much like all day. It was wonderful to work with.
How was the journey?
Journey was excellent, but here's the funny part. Season 3 rolls around. I didn't get an opportunity to do season 3.
Yeah.
So I continued doing, the independent film, still doing the reenactments, still doing theater, because theater's my first love.
Oh, we love theater.
And, season 4 came around, and my agent told me that they wanted me back for season 4, and I was like, what?
Yes.
And here I am talking to you guys, so.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, that is a lot. That's a lot of endurance and
Definitely,
a lot of just consistency. And I definitely have to applaud that. I think that's one thing that you can't take away from someone who's committed and determined is consistency and that endurance. So, I gotta ask you, how do you get into character? Do you have ritual? Like, what's that like for you?
Well, what's that like for me? I just, I just try to do a character analysis. Depending on what the given circumstances are. Again, I'm such a Stanislavski, Uta Hagen guy. Like that's how I was trained. And so you get to know what the given circumstances are, right? What this character has to deal with.
Yes.
And of course, you learn your lines because you got to do that. Once I learn my lines, I'll try to get to know them as best as possible, especially in an audition situation. I try to bring my life experience into the role. And whatever I've gone through, and just bring that to the role because it's all based upon your personality at times, So you marry the two together and just try to be as authentic as possible and bring your authentic self because that's what they want to see.
Yes, authenticity. Yes.
So you mentioned a little bit about being represented.
Right.
What's the importance of having an agent versus not having one?
Or manager or PR.
Yeah.
Well, the beautiful thing about New York is you don't really need an agent at first because if you develop a relationship with the casting director will bring you in.
It's true.
Unlike LA where, I hear all kinds of stories in LA like you have to have an agent unless you really have an inside track. But here in New York, if you get to know the casting directors,
are the inside track.
you're right. They'll bring you in, and then if they're impressed enough with you, they will recommend you to their agent friends.
Yeah. You're giving away some jewels.
Yeah, so they bring someone out.
Yeah. So again, for anybody looking for representation, don't look for representation first, especially if you're in New York. Get to know the casting director, develop a rapport with the casting director, know the casting directors by name, by office, by production, what they're working on. That's one thing I'm stickling for, is knowing the business. That's one thing that we're not taught in our training, is the business. So that's one thing I was really short on when I moved here, and I made it my obligation to know what's going on in the business, to give myself as much as an advantage as possible. You just have to.
Definitely. And going off of the questions a little bit, tell us about that. Tell us about the transition from doing it because you love it to turning it into a business.
Well, you always do it because you love it. Excellent question, though.
That's a good question.
But I can't imagine myself doing anything else but art. So it has to become a business for me. Because it's my life. It's what I wake up and breathe. It's what I wake up and eat. You know what I mean? It's what I go to sleep and dream. That's what my reality is once I wake up. It's just something that's inside you, something that you have to do. And if you want to do something you love and not have it feel like work, you'll never work again because it's something that you love. So it's something about me that it had to become a business. So that's why it's important that you learn the business. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, I just feel like, you know,
the passion kind of drives you to figure out, okay, how am I gonna kind of live off of this?
right, definitely.
It kind of pushes you to learn the business because you love it so much.
Definitely, and you can't, and you'll never be defeated. If you have that conviction within you, you can never be defeated. No matter how many doors shut, no matter who says no, all you need is that one yes. And I lucked up because Courtney Kemp said yes.
Yay!
And shout out to Courtney Kemp, by the way,
definitely,
for giving me the opportunity to appear in season 2 and season 4. In season 4, it's like a gym, you know. I got to act with Amari Harlem, who's a beast.
Yeah,
he was a beast on set, like for real. I saw him doing things that I really like took and learned from, and then he was giving me tips, you know, in character. Like he didn't come out of character not one time. He was ghosted the entire day with me, at least, and he would give me Jules. Like we did one take, and he was like, "You always want to give the camera something," because the director told me to do something. And I did it, and he was like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Cause the director, you know what I mean?" And he was like, "No, always get the camera something." And then we went back to 1. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry, I'm speaking jargon. Back to 1 means we went back to the beginning of.
Brian Good Night, like,
back to
you know what I mean? But no, I mean,
I remember my first time in California. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
And then you speak about the transition between being on season 1 and then season 4.
Or season 2.
I'm sorry, season 2 and season 4. What type of mental toughness did you have, and do you need to really be in this game? I know Jules is amazing, and
Thank you.
It's just kind of like, how do you keep going when you're not booking, when you're not auditioning? Like, what is the mental mindset that you need to have to really keep going?
What's for you is going to be for you. And what's for you can't be taken away. Another thing is you got to start creating your own content. We're in the day and age of, I mean, Issa Rae is a great example. I met Issa Rae like about 4 years ago at a BET event, and this is way before Insecure. And this is when she was on her way up, you know what I mean, after doing the Awkward Black Girl. And she happened to be a guest on a talk show that was hosted by TJ Holmes at the time. So I was sitting in the audience because I had a friend actually, I have a friend that works at BET Studios in Midtown. So he invited me to the talk show. Issa Rae happened to be there, and I knew Issa Rae because I'm an actor, and I had some actor friends with me. We were like, "Oh my God, Issa Rae!" And we happened to bump into her outside, and she was gracious enough to take a picture with us and to see what she's doing now, and then to see, you know, and associate with Yvonne Orji, who I also know from the community here, playing Molly on there, and doing what she's doing is just inspiration. You know what I mean? So creating your own content got Issa Rae to where she is. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you take that example, I mean, you know, we all need to get to writing. So,
yeah, what about you? Are you into writing in that manner as well, directing or producing?
That's definitely going to be part of the journey. I've actually partnered with a young man by the name of Antoine Allen, who's an award-winning director.
Oh yeah, I know Antoine.
Yeah, I'm actually meeting with him later on today.
Get out, yeah. He's very. I met him on the bus. I had just moved to New York, and I was walking to the bus, and he was like, "Which way are you going?" And this was like when he was like, you met Issa Rae. It was like when he was just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And to see where Antoine is now is just very.
Yeah.
Like I said, just being surrounded by those kind of people.
So yeah, I talk to Antoine at least once or twice a week, and we bump together ideas, and he says, "Oh, I'm writing something, I have something in mind for you." So you have to develop a team of people around you that's going to rally around you, that's going to support your and nurture your artistic endeavors. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
Okay, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Wow. What advice would I give to yourself? Ignore the noise.
I like it.
Ignore the noise. And what I mean by that is, and I heard this in an acting class I took with the casting director. Ignore the noise. Basically, just ignore the negativity. Ignore that voice in your head that says you can't, you can't do this, you can't do that. Ignore the people that say it's impossible for you to attain this quote-unquote dream of mine. I don't believe in dreams, by the way, so it's all reality to me because I turn my aspirations into reality all the time. So don't listen to haters, so to speak, because you're gonna have people that don't believe in you. They're gonna be there. I mean, let's face it. I don't try to be as candid, as honest as possible. I faced a lot of resistance in my career, but I rise. Like my Angela says, I rise. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to me. I always find a way to circumvent it. I've always found a way. Even when I was an undergrad, I had professors that told me to my face I wasn't that good. I wasn't talented. You know what I mean? Look at me now.
Yeah, look at you now. Yes, an applause to that.
And always think of it like there's always going to be an opposing force, just like rap beat.
Yeah.
And you have to get used to that. And you have
to even realize
expect
it's happening.
Yeah, you gotta have a thick skin. You
right now.
Right now.
We don't even realize that gravity is happening because we adjusted.
Exactly. I love it. That's good stuff.
Okay, so don't get me on my box.
I know, right?
So I have to ask about upcoming projects because I just heard you say you're working with Antoine Allen.
Yeah.
And then any other things that we should look out for you?
Definitely. I have a short film by the name of Driving Force.
Is that the one in Boston?
That is the one in Boston. That's gonna drop on the 25th.
Yay! Same day as Power.
Same day as Power. So I will spend all day in Boston promoting that film.
Okay.
It's basically about redemption and forgiveness. I can't get into the plot points of what happens.
Powerful enough.
Yeah.
But Antoine directed it and he's great. So that's what I recently worked on with him. So
get out of
it
here.
already screened at the Pan-African Film Festival in Cannes.
Okay.
In Cannes, France, actually just screened.
Oh, yay!
And it's going to the second film festival in Roxbury in Boston.
In Boston, yes.
And I actually just heard that another film I made called Ibrahim, that I have a cameo appearance in, just got accepted to ADFF, so that's going to screen on the 19th.
That's going to be exciting. ADFF is like...
Yeah, it's going to screen on the 19th in Miami, and it just got accepted to another film festival. I can't recall the name of it right now, but that's going to be in Philly in August.
So the next part of your summer is busy.
Oh, most definitely,
That's exciting.
And, there are a couple of, events that I'm attending and so on and so forth. But, it's been a fun ride.
It is.
Like I said, I have a great team around me of people that I've assembled over the years. That,
Who are some of those people?
My homie Brandon, who's out the
Yay! Yes, Brandon Adams of A Miracle Marketing is in the building.
So he's definitely a big part.
I imagine.
He's a big part. I just my stylist. My agent, my manager, like I say, you have to develop a team of representatives around you that are going to support you and buoy you. It's amazing. Like I feel like I'm really having this growth spurt, so to speak, in my career. And it's exciting, but it's nerve-wracking at the same time. But I'm ready. I've worked too hard to get here. So.
Yes, you have. Okay, I have one last question. What is your why? And you know what I mean. What is your why?
Because you can do anything you put your mind to. I firmly believe that. No goal is too great. Nelson Mandela said something that really stuck with me. They say it's impossible until it's done. They say it's impossible until it's done. So I feel like I've jumped through hoops of fire in this game, and to be where I'm at now is a wonderful feeling. I'm talking to you beautiful young ladies.
Thank you.
I'm in this gorgeous restaurant right now in the middle of the culture of Harlem. So my why is,
Because you can.
Because I,
Yeah. Because you are.
I can.
Yeah, my wife is, my wife is, I have to do it.
Well, speaking to you definitely has been very refreshing. I see like amazing things, and I'm so grateful that we are able to connect here. So like when you're accepting your Oscar, you can remember when, all those good things.
I received that from your mouths to the universe.
Tomike, you definitely have a great energy about you, and again, we're very honored to have been in your presence. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Where can everyone find you?
Yeah, we gotta know.
Okay, I can be found on Instagram, Tomike Ogugua, all lowercase, all together.
Okay.
I can be found on Twitter, Tomike Lee, Tomikelee. This is my first and middle name.
Okay.
And of course on Facebook, I can be found. Tomike Ogugua is my artist page, and my personal page is my first, middle, and last name. So I can be found on all those platforms.
So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
And season 4.
Season 4 of Power.
June
25th.
Yes.
Sunday night, June 25th.
Yes.
June 25th.
Yes.
What about the character? You want to give any?
Oh, well,
we introduce whatever character. Tomike.
Duh.
The business we didn't even talk about, right?
No, but the character, basically I play, I'm reprising my role as U.S. Marshal Mason.
Oh.
And he's basically a correctional officer in the Metropolitan Correctional Center where some of the action of power takes place in season 4. And, you know, I can't say too much more,
Okay.
but, you know, yeah, I'm just going to keep it
Okay.
Are you then?
So are you a mediator? Are you Team Ghost or Team Kanan? Are you just in the middle? Like,
What can you even say?
I'm in the middle because I'm law enforcement basically.
Okay, so you're not. You're okay. But I know law enforcement that was on Team Ghost.
Oh, okay.
So technically, that doesn't really mean anything.
Okay, I hear you.
You got Angela. She's a prosecutor. The girl is on. I'm a fan. Forgive me.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I guess I'm Team Ghost.
But as Tomike,
as Tomike,
are you Team Ghost or you Team Kanan?
As Tomike, since I spent all day shooting with Ghost, I had to say Team Ghost. And actually, I ran into Omari at another event up here in Harlem at a film festival. He was, kind enough to chop it up with me a little bit, and flick it up with me. So I'm Team Ghost.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you being
here.
And we just look forward to everything that happens from this moment forward.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you guys again.
Of course.
Yeah, you have to come back.
Yes.
Yes. So we want to say thank you again for tuning in to this episode of Your Voice Magazine Live right here in Harlem at Nabe. Thank you for having spent this time with us.